Hello student, today I am taking class 10 Social Science Civics, Chapter 6 Political Parties. My dear students, we already studied about these, why we need the political parties, what are the different type of political parties. But here we are today, what are the functions why we need the political party. Today we are going to study about the types of political parties, what are called the national, which parties are called national parties, what are the some important national political parties of India, what are the state parties, what are the difference between it, what state parties with national level organization, status of state parties, what are the challenges to these political parties, and what are the reformation of political parties. First we will study here what are the different types of political parties. As you know, democracies that follow a federal system means all over the world mostly there are two kinds of political parties. First, the parties that are present only one of the federal unit, state parties, and the parties that are present in several or all units of federation, national parties. So in India there are both national parties and state parties. Do you know every party in the country has to register with the election commission, then it is recognized. Now see the next, what are the national parties? How it will become the national party? See, a party that secure at least 6% of the total votes in the Lok Sabha election or assembly election in 4 states and it wins at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha. Now, it is recognized as it is recognized as a national party. How it will be recognized? Either it secure at least 6% of the total vote in Lok Sabha or in assembly election at least 4 seats win. So in this way it is recognized as a national party. The commission treat all the parties equally. Both it offers some special facilities to large and established parties. These parties are given what the election commission giving for recognition. These parties are given a unique symbol. Only the official candidates of that party they can use the election symbol. Parties that get this privilege and some other special facilities are also to recognized by the election commission. For this purpose, that is why these parties are also called as recognized political parties. So you understand how it will become the national parties. See, some important national parties in India. Do you know in 2017 there were 7 recognized national political parties in the country. These are number 1, first the Indian National Congress, INC. It is popularly known as Congress Party, which is one of the oldest party of the world, founded in 1885. Do you know it supports secularisms and welfare of the weaker sections and minorities. The next one is Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. Do you know it was founded in 1980 by reviving the erstwhile before Bharatiya Jansangh. The aim of the party is to build a strong and modern India by drawing inspiration from India's ancient culture and values. Do you know it came to the power in 1998 as the leader of National Democratic Alliance, including several states and regional parties. The third one is Bahujan Samaj Party. It was founded in 1984 under the leadership of Kashi Ram. It represents and secure the power for the Bahujan Samaj, which includes the Dalit, Adivasi, OBCs and religious minority. Next, fourth party is Communist Party of India. Marxist, CPIM. It was founded in 1964 and it believes in Marxism. Leninisms. They support socialisms and democracy, and they oppose imperialisms and communalisms. Do you know the Communist Party of India, CPI? It was founded in 1925 and it believes, mostly they believes in Marxism, Leninism, secularism and democracy also. Gandhian secularism, equality, social justice and federalism they are following. Next is the All India Trinamool Congress, AITCU. Do you know this party is launched on 1st January 1998 under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. This party is recognized as it is a national party in 2016. Do you know the party symbolizes its flowers and grasses. Next, we are going to study state parties, how it will be formed, the state parties. Do you know? A party that secure at least 6% of the total votes in the election to the legislative assembly of a state and wins at least 2 seats is recognized as a state party. These are commonly referred as regional parties, or still such parties need not to be regional in their ideology or outlook. Now see the next party, let's see. State parties with national level organization. How? See, some of the regional parties are all Indian parties. You know that happen to have succeeded only in some state, not all over the states of India. Parties like Samajwadi Party, Samta Party and Rashtriya Janata Dal have level political organization with units in several states. So some of these parties like Biju Janata Dal, Sikkim Democratic Front and Mizo National Front are about their state identity. So that is why we kept them in state parties with national level organization. Now status of the state parties. Over the last 3 decades we will see, so the number and the strength of these parties has expanded. Now this made the Parliament of India politically more and more diverse. Do you know, no national party is able to secure of its own a majority in Lok Sabha. As a result, what happened? The national parties are compelled to form alliance. Alliance means so many parties come together with state parties. Since 1996, do you know, nearly every of the state parties, they has got an opportunity to be a part of one or other national level coalition government. This has contributed to the strengthening of the federalisms and democracy in a country. Still, we see what are the national parties, what are the state parties. Still, there are so many challenges in these political parties. So, we will see here what are the different type of challenges in these political parties. First challenge, see, all over the world peoples are dissatisfied with the performance of the political parties, and this is the case in our country too. Popular dissatisfaction and criticisms has focused 4 problem areas in working in the political parties, and they need to face and overcome these challenges. So first challenge is lack of internal democracy within the parties, means inside the party, among the members there is a lack of internal democracy. How? See, in most of the political parties, do you know, the power is concentrated in hand of few peoples, one or few leaders. That is the main reason, and at the top. So what happened? What about these members? So ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information about what is happening inside the party, and neither they are taking any mostly suggestions. Now the leaders assume greater power and to make decision in the name of the party. That is the biggest issue. And this is the first challenge. Now, do you know the leader, what they do? They assume greater power to make decisions in the name of the party. Next, second challenge, dynastic succession. means the same family member is coming and they become the head of the party. That is the biggest weakness of these political parties. See, the top position in many political parties are generally they are controlled by only one family members. Leaders on the top have unfair chance of favoring their families and the friends. So that is the biggest weakness of this. Do you know, this is too very bad for the democracy, since people who do not have adequate experiences or popular support and they come to occupy the position of the power. So what they will do? This is the next big challenge. Third challenge is money and the muscle power, means those who are members who are having large amount of money, so they can give the preference. How? See, this is a prominent challenge to the political parties that during election, since parties are focused, what is the main target? Only on winning elections, and they tend to use shortcuts to win elections. Such shortcuts including the following. What type of shortcuts they are following? First one, see, they tend to nominate those candidates who have or can raise lots of money, so they give them their importance. Rich peoples and companies who give fund to the parties, they tend to have influence on the policies and decision of the party. Second, in some cases, parties support criminals who can win election by using their muscle powers. Next, fourth challenge is meaningful choice to the voter. It states that very often parties do not seem to offer a meaningful choice to the voters. So in order to offer meaningful choice, parties must be significant for different. For example, we can see in our country too, different among all these major parties on the economic policies, what type of policies, and they have reduced. Those who want really different policies, they have no option available to do. What they will do? Now, we are going to study about what are the reformation of political parties. In order to face these challenges, we have seen the four challenges. Political parties need to be reformed. It is very important for them if they remain in the positions. So, see, some of the recent efforts and some suggestions in our country is given to reform these political parties are: first, anti-defection law. What is this law? According to this law, MLAs or MPs, member of legislative assemblies and member of parliaments, cannot change the party after the election. If any of them changing the parties, he or she will lose the seats in the legislature. Why it was done? This was done because many elected representatives were indulging in defecation in order to become minister for cash reward. So, to stop this activity, they had made anti-defecation law. Next, details of the property of the candidates and the criminal cases against them. So, in order to reduce the influence of the money and criminal in the party, the Supreme Court of our country has passed an order. What is given in order? Now, it becomes mandatory for every candidate who are contesting election to file an affidavit giving details of his property and any criminal case pending against him. All the details they have to be given. But there is not system. It has given, but there is no system to check if the information is given by the candidates is true or not. Third, files on income tax return. The Election Commission, it passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organization election and file their income tax return. How much money they are having, how many funds. Do you know the parties have started doing so? but it is only a mere formality. Beside this suggestions, many suggestions are often made to reform these political parties. These are also as follows. See, first, what is this? First one, a law that should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. It should be made compulsory for all these political parties to maintain their register of its member. Second, to follow its own constitution and to have an independent authority, so they can act as a judge in case of any disputes inside the party members, and to hold open election to the highest post. So if they will follow, so definitely the problem will be solved. Next, it should be made mandatory for the political parties to give a minimum number of tickets, about 1/3, to women candidates. Similarly, there should be a quota for women in the decision making bodies of the parties. Third, there should be state funding of election. What does it mean? Means the government should give parties money to support their election expenses. Now, there are two ways in which political parties can be reformed. First, people can put pressure on the political parties through how? Petition, publicity and agitation. If the political parties, they feel that it would be lose public support, so it would become more serious about their reforms and they can take some good steps. Next, political parties can improve if those who want this, they join political parties. The quality of democracy, definitely it will be improved by the degree of public participation and awareness. So now, today we study what are the political parties, why we need political parties, what are the national parties and state parties, what are the different type of challenges still the political parties are facing, and if they want to improve in this, so they have to be reform the parties and be loyal among the members. So now we had finished today the political parties. In the next class I will teach the economics. Thank you.